day. Yeah, I'm thankful for another lovely day. I'm thankful for another lovely day. Kinfo. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to what? Break bread right now. So today, y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, fill all in so we all can fall in, stay in tune with each other. Most of all, drop a comment, say what's up, cause this is my way of saying what's up to y'all. So today we're gonna talk about why do people always, how do I want to say this? Why do people always say they don't need certain things that we know are clearly necessities, things that are necessary for our progression, etc., etc. Well, as far as I'm concerned, the reason why people do say that is because it's a long process before this conversation comes into being. A lot of times, the process before somebody gets to the point of saying they don't need something that's really a necessity in the human existence is because once you go without something for so long, you begin to convince oneself or to be convinced that shit, I did it this long, I can keep on. Or shoot, I did it, don't nobody else need it, you feel me? And what I will say is, a lot of times we forced into unnecessary handicaps or mental handicaps by way of what somebody else told us is wrong with us. So I get when people take it up on themselves to not accept what people tell them. But what I will say is sometimes our faculties get used against us to a point that instead of not taking what people tell us to be a fact, and pushing past that to make it something positive that can be, more official for our existence going forward, we just say something even more compounding of our issues. Instead, we can use that same mind frame to help us find something that's even more compounded. We can use that same mind frame to find something that'll help us understand our issues or perceived issues. Remember, we reverse engineering this shit, So as much as, we might feel like, man, I don't need this shit because I didn't have it before, so don't nobody else need it. And let's continue with the lack thereof, just because, like, as far as I'm concerned, that's like saying, I didn't have a coat when I was growing up, so shoot, my child don't need no coat. You know what I'm saying? In the wintertime. Like, come on, man. Come on. With each generation, there should be improvements made. As well as with each day, each week, you know what I'm saying? Throughout the day, you should be constantly improving because, for one, that's what we're here for. These so-called perceived obstacles or issues or things for us to learn from. Issues are lessons that persist, you know what I'm saying, that aren't learned from. Because if you see them for what they for, what they meant for, when they come back around, you'll see them as tests or opportunities to express what you've already learned versus, man, why I gotta go through this again? Why this happening to me? Instead, you'll be like, oh, okay. They want to see what I'm made of. They want to see the progress. See if I'm still on the conquest. This the for those who new around here, this that morning stroll. or that victory left. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get it in early. Get that blood flowing. Let that body know we got work to do. We on the move. But back to, the whole telling ourselves we don't need certain things just so we can keep it moving. A lot of times, I know when I was younger, there was instances where I had to tell myself I didn't need certain things. But I'm old enough in hindsight to recognize now that, I was telling myself that, but true, I did need certain things. Like, I remember I used to go to school. One of the most obvious things was sometimes when I was younger, a lot younger, but I used to go to school, didn't have certain things that I needed. So I used to have to hold my pants up or something to that nature. Nah, not something to that nature. I used to have to hold my pants up because I didn't have no belt. So after so long of feeling a way about that shit, I began to make a swag out of it. You feel me? As the kids would say nowadays, I began to make it into my thing. You know what I'm saying? I hold one loop close to the middle, you feel me? And just walk with that thing. Like I'm strolling, walking that dog. You feel me? So after a while, believe it or not, other people begin to do the same. One could write that off to many things, like, us not being responsible enough to keep, some of us not being responsible enough to keep up with the belts we was given by our parents, as well as in some instances, being raised by single mothers that with certain things, because even if it was a single father, it takes a village to raise a kid. There's certain things that's gonna go undone, or we're gonna go without when we missing somebody. So, and trying to make the best of that situation, instead of being so shameful and not having a belt, I would in turn find a way to, make the best of that situation. Like I said, I would eventually swag it out until, the fact that you see today. But it doesn't change the facts, So often, people would be like, you need a belt. I'd be like, I don't need no belt. But a belt is a necessity, or is necessary when you have on pants that are too big. But over my time of having the coat without having a belt, or without understanding the necessary need thereof, see, sometimes, and a lot of times for us, we don't understand the need thereof because for a lot of us, we ain't never had it. So I feel like shit, we're doing damn good. I ain't never had it. I don't know what I missed. But as you begin to get healthier in life, you start to realize, man, hold on. I ain't been healthy majority of my life. And how much healthier can I be? Really? If I start taking my health serious and maintaining it daily. See, people think being healthy is something you can just, I'm healthy. I can take a break from even trying to get healthy. You feel me? Or the things of that sort. But truth be told, it's not that. It's not that. Being healthy is a daily maintenance thing. You feel me? Just like being unhealthy, it's something you do daily. It's something, you practice daily. So therefore, in your overall, you're unhealthy. You're unhealthy. Again, I'm thankful for my understandings, and I'm thankful for the ability to understand. I'm grateful for my faculties, which help me remember the things that I have learned along the way. I'm gonna share one jewel with y'all. For those who have a hard time keeping their thoughts, and you wonder why every time when certain people come around, or when people get to talking to you about things that aren't the same as your thought, you can't remember your thought. But if they do talk to you about things that are around the same vibration as your thought, it helps you to maintain your thought. So there you have it. The reason why we have a hard time keeping a thought when people come around that's talking of a different vibration is because they talking to you about things that's of a different vibration. So therefore, you either have to increase or lessen your vibration in order to understand what they talking about. Yeah, that's the reason why. It seems like you can't keep a thought when certain people come around. And it ain't even got to be what they saying. It might be just how you view what they talking about. Even on the simplest form of that just ain't what you was thinking about type, you know. So that being said, I'm thankful for this time to use my legs as well. Another jewel for y'all to better remember things. Give your faculties a name, you know. Give your mind a name. So when you forget stuff, and talk to your mind and say, man, hey, amazing one. What was that we was just talking about? Yeah, teaching you to learn to rely on self as well. Pay attention to how certain things affect you. And these things are affecting you in ways that you don't want to go. Don't continue in those things. So whether that be you eating something that make you feel negative, pay attention. Remember, we said we're gonna become sensitive enough to what we can notice the things that are of us and not those things that are not of us. Remember, the things that you watch, you absorb. So as sure as I just said this to you, I'm putting you in. Come back for more. Check out the rest of the videos, as we got so much in store. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. Kinfolk. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair, come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to what? About to break bread right now.